You're listening to Range Minded from Independence Indoor Shooting. First, we want to thank you for liking the brand new Range Minded Podcast Facebook page. And if you haven't yet, just search Range Minded Podcast on Facebook. Give us a like and some feedback if you could. Maybe suggest an episode, whatever you want to send us. One other quick thing, you'll hear us say that this is episode number 38. Again, we can't count at all, so it's actually episode 37. In the spirit of the holidays, we give you the best ideas that we can come up with for gifts. Whether that's coming up with your own Christmas wish list, or you've got somebody in your life that loves firearms and you need to buy something for them, we kind of cover both sides. Plus, we talk about the single best gift you can get the firearms lover in your life, and just in time, because you got about a week till Christmas. Thanks for listening, as always, and we hope you enjoy episode 37, the Range Minded Holiday Gift Giving Guide 2018. Hello and welcome to Range Minded, episode number 38.
Fellerettes?
Steve Zimmerman, Ricky Kasner, and myself. If you hear jingle bells in the background, that's because this is our Holiday Gift Giving Guide episode extravaganza.
Holy cow, it's time to go Christmas shopping.
Now they're sad because they don't hear it.
Oh, they'll hear it. You don't hear it, but they'll hear it.
Okay.
I guarantee if they don't hear it, they're going to be imagining it.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's theater of the mind right there.
It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer coming, right?
I don't know. It depends on if that song's copyrighted or not. You'd actually be surprised. A lot of holiday songs, Christmas songs, are not copyrighted.
That is pretty intriguing.
Because they're so old?
Yeah, because the copyrights ran out. So, and we are recording this, I believe, on the 6th day of Hanukkah, so we kind of missed the boat on that one. Sorry if you celebrate Hanukkah.
Sorry, guys.
I guess it's, yeah.
But a special shout out to those who are.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah. Going on right now. 8 crazy nights.
Yeah.
According to Adam Sandler.
I have some friends that are Jewish. It's kind of cool. I find that stuff intriguing. So.
Yeah, a little beforehand we were just talking about different lifestyles, different religion. It's fascinating to learn about things that you didn't grow up with.
Off the air, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, but we're going to help you figure out what to get the people who love guns in your life. Or if you are a gun person and you need gift ideas for yourself.
Oh, so I guess I totally misunderstood this episode. I thought I was giving ideas for what people can buy me for Christmas.
Well, Steve's holiday wish lists include...
You have to give them your address, though.
A P.O. box.
123 Fake Street, not Idaho Falls, Idaho. I mean, that's pretty much a good way to start. I was thinking about, okay, what do I want, for Christmas if Santa came down and I had to tell Santa what I wanted gun-wise for Christmas. I'd probably ask Santa for a Thompson, but that's a whole other story, so.
I thought you were going to ask for like an LCP or something like that.
No, Thompson, MP5.
All left-handed, though.
No, actually. I'm getting more into
ambidextrous.
Dealing with the right-handed controls on a pistol. I'm never going to get a fully ambidextrous gun that actually works well. So I'm thinking about just going with,
just shoot a Glock.
Well, wow. That was bad.
So like 60% of our audience, so like 4 people, they're just like, oh, don't listen to him.
And everybody else is like, yeah, I have 6 Glocks. I was messing around with some Glocks out on the floor in between our break here because we're doing a 2-episode marathon here. But just being able to release the slide release with my index finger and hit the mag release with my middle finger just seems to make more sense and just work better.
So you insulted the firearm and it was able to give up the magazine.
Yep, sure did.
You flipped it off.
Yep, used my middle finger and it just dropped like a bad habit.
Amazing.
So I'm learning to overcome my disability as a lefty. I'll still shoot lefty and have a left-handed grip, but being able to manipulate the controls. I'm just glad that you
finally recognize it as a disability.
Hey, as long as I can park closer to the front door, once I get my placard, I'll call it a disability.
Sweet.
So, but anyway.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Never mind.
No, you've already initiated. You gotta follow through now.
You know how they say the water spins the different direction on the other side of the earth?
Yes.
It's true. A bullet coming out of a lefty's gun spin the opposite direction?
I don't think so.
You mean it goes back of the bullet first?
Yeah, it goes backwards.
I think that's how it works in Australia. We could ask Chris because you're on the other side of the equator.
Yeah, it's the magnetic rotation of the sun.
It switches.
The specs of the overhead rotary girder.
That's science. Thanks, Chris Farley.
That's a good. I was wondering if anybody was going to get that.
Oh yeah, I caught that real good.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're talking about gifts, gift giving. It doesn't necessarily, you don't have to give somebody a gun for Christmas, although you'd be probably the best gift giver ever to do that. And it is possible.
I have a list.
There are better ways to do it than others, but we'll go over all that. And I also came up with like a list of like do's and don'ts. You know, things that you may not want to get somebody because it's personal preference, basically, or it may not work for what they're doing. So kind of like just a general rule, I think, with gift giving anyway, is if somebody's into a hobby or a sport or something, you don't want to get them a piece of gear that they might not even use or think is a piece of crap. Yeah. So like if somebody gave me a Glock, I'd probably just throw it away.
Oh, look, a Taurus. Oh.
Yeah, this PT 1911. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna sell this.
I actually like that PT 911.
That's right.
1911.
That's right.
That,
you tried to put me down, Mark.
Well, if I've
right back in your face.
I've never shot it, so I don't know. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for keeping.
Oh, you didn't say anything about shooting it. I thought we just liked the way it looked.
He just likes the way that it holds paper down on his desk.
Yeah. That's about as good as it gets. So.
It holds the liner of my garbage can down very well. Nice.
But yeah, and the other thing is that a firearms related gift doesn't have to cost $1 million or even $100. There are a lot of low cost gifts that I think would be thoughtful and helpful that at least I would appreciate to get. That don't have to cost a lot of money.
And it may not be. It may be firearms themed, but may not have to do with guns. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah,
it
there's
might
also
be
that.
Something cool that's got the gun guy or gal would like. That's not a box of bullets or something.
Yeah,
that's cliche. You buy him a gun, that's cliche. You buy him ammo, that's cliche.
I love cliches. Then
think outside of the box.
Well, I thought actually ammo would be
pun intended
a great gift as long as you know the right caliber.
It doesn't matter because I'll just buy a gun for whatever caliber I get.
I've got 454. I got a box of 454 Casull. Now I guess I need to go find a revolver in that caliber.
And there are some good ones. Freedom Arms makes a fantastic one.
We also have...
Speaking of which, just the other day somebody shot a hole in our one of our rails on the tactical side with a 500 Smith & Wesson.
That happened a while ago, didn't it?
No, it happened yesterday. It went right through both sides of that rail.
I will come down and personally slap that person across the face.
Yeah.
Wait, they shot a hole in the rail?
Yeah, so they've done some trigger work to their revolver. And
what an idiot. Sorry if you listen to the show, shooter guy. Come on, man.
You should know better.
So he double tapped and shot one into the ceiling.
Dang.
If you're a listener to the show, I'm not apologizing for calling you an idiot. That's just the way it is. And I hope you understand that those rail sections are probably about $90 every 6 feet.
Yeah.
So
targets are not cheap.
So the moral of the story, be very careful when you're shooting large calibers or any caliber for that matter, but
trigger discipline, people.
Yeah, there's the 4 fundamental firearm safety rules that you heard before entering the range. I guarantee it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Anyway, sorry, Mark.
No, that's okay.
We threw you off your groove.
One of the things I was going to say is that we also have the best gift that you can get a firearms enthusiast, but we'll save that for the very, very end.
Ooh,
don't spoil it.
The best one.
Do I know this best?
Yeah, we already talked about it, but we can't tell them now. We got to make them. They got to make you listen to the whole episode.
Now I'm going to be surprised and happy because I can't remember what it was.
Well, I could tell you, but then that'd spoil the whole episode.
Yeah, so let's just keep going.
So ammo is a great gift, I think. I mean, I'd be happy with a box of ammo or a crate of ammo. Either way,
it's an affordable gift.
Yeah, it's affordable. If you get a box of 9, it's $11. But you can actually even go cheaper than that, I thought. Get somebody targets.
Yeah.
The shoot and see targets are pretty fun.
And we have a huge selection of targets here at the store anyways. But there's other places to get them. Not that I'm sending people away from buying stuff from our store, but RE Factor has some awesome targets. I have probably 50 of their targets rolled up, waiting to be used. And it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can get free targets online. I mean, you just print them out. But the thing is,
that's just that's a small piece of paper.
Right, that's only an 8.5 by 11 sheet. But the big targets we have here, do cost some money. You can't really print those out, and getting somebody a pack of 20 or 50 targets or something like that would be an awesome gift, because then you don't have to worry about targets for a while.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. I think that's probably the lowest cost gift you could get somebody. Either that or snap caps for practice and dry fire.
Or maybe just an opinion. Just give them your opinion for Christmas. That's probably even cheaper.
That's the gift that keeps on giving all year, Steve. Yeah, this might be full of bad Christmas movie references. The references being bad, not the movies themselves.
Yeah. Which is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It sure is. It takes place on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's
right.
It
has to be.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I thought that, there are a lot of inexpensive or cheap things that you can get somebody, even if you don't have a lot of money, or, or you're doing like a white elephant gift or something, or like an office thing, or like a Secret Santa between friends. You can get targets, or ammo, I thought would be good. Another thing, actually, I thought would be, and this might come down to personal preference, but you can get cleaning kits. Maybe somebody doesn't clean their guns, or they don't, maybe they're new to guns or something like that. You can get them a cleaning kit, and then they have everything they need right there.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a pretty awesome gift, really.
Especially, and if maybe you're an experienced shooter and your friends or have somebody in the family that is new into guns, you can kind of get them what you use to clean your guns, and then you can show them how it works and how you do it, and kind of go from there. Because I think we've gone over cleaning guns before. If not, maybe we'll do an episode on how to clean and maintain. I'm pretty sure we have, but
we did a cycle of operations. I think the cleaning will be a different one.
Yeah, we'll probably do another one anyway.
Talk about specific solvents and things, but
yeah.
There's only a million different solvents out there.
Yeah, solvents and lubrications and things of that sort. Bore snakes, patches, rods, all kinds of cleaning stuff. But if you have a good cleaning regimen that works for you, that might be good to get somebody, into cleaning and maintaining their firearms. Yeah,
especially if it's something they plan on carrying.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can kind of impart some of your wisdom to them, So I thought that was pretty cool.
Or let them talk to somebody who actually knows what's going on.
Is that the end of your list?
No, it's not the end of my list. Okay.
Is that that's a short episode?
He's already bored of your list.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to stop reading off my... Ricky, what do you have for some gift ideas?
Oh my gosh, you guys forgot the best gift.
What's that?
The gift of education, my friend.
Oh, that was on the list. If you didn't get bored, I would have told you. But the gift of education. Tell me, Ricky.
You buy him a training class. Yep.
The RSO class, right?
The RSO class, because that's the one Steve teaches.
Yeah, you can buy an take a class with
or
Steve.
The AR,
you have
or
you
the
have
AR
the
build
best
class.
Nap time of your life.
I sleep too, so it's cool.
It's a 9-hour class, which means it's an 8-hour nap time and a 1-hour wrap up at the end. Yeah. But actually, no, education would be great. Maybe somebody just bought a gun and they need to know how to use it, or they're considering concealed carry, or they're at a certain stop in their firearms journey and they need to continue their education. You can come down or any reputable place, but of course Independence Indoor Shooting.
Why did you give me the shifty eye when you said that? Reputable, like air quotes, and then you side glanced at me as if I'm not reputable.
I was making sure you were paying attention.
Is that a backhanded comment?
We've got a great academy here, top notch, world class.
That's right.
It
right,
is.
Ricky?
It
That's
is actually pretty damn good. I'm not even not sugarcoating it. We have some pretty awesome instructors and some great curriculum.
I was just talking to some of the guys out on the floor about one of our instructors, and I go, "Didn't he do this?" And they go, "Yeah." And wasn't he an MP? Yeah. Wasn't he overseas? Yeah. He's done a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. And having that kind of experience in a classroom to be able to learn from is pretty killer. So.
Whoa, I don't. That was maybe a poor choice of words.
It's pretty fantastic. How about that?
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
But yeah, the gift of education is you can definitely buy somebody a class. And
the nice thing about like our classes is they start at a very affordable, in my opinion, very affordable. And you can get $65 on up.
Yeah.
If you want to go crazy, you can spend a lot more. You can get them a bundle. You can get them a bunch of different classes, which is fantastic too.
Well, and
because that's something that's going to last a long time.
Well, and you think about what that translates into is you're potentially getting them a class that'll save their lives.
Yeah.
Keep them around.
Or maybe
a lot
even your own
longer.
life.
Yep, or your own life.
You might be helping them to save your life.
Well, and some
know.
people do, you talk about people who have like they have everything, and so they're really hard to shop for. So you're gifting an experience, and on top of that, you could take the class with them. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's somebody who is kind of into guns that you're not sure, or they don't know how to get into it a little bit more or get more into the hobby. You can, take a class with them, and then that kind of helps ease the, breaks the ice. They know somebody in the class already, and then they have somebody to share kind of their knowledge with and bounce ideas off of. And, that'd be a great gift for somebody, I would think. So,
and if it's a spouse, I know my wife has a hard time with me teaching her how to shoot. So for me, it would make way more sense to send them over to her over to Bill or Leroy or somebody over there and having them teach, because she'll get more out of it. Because whenever I try to teach her, it's like I'm lecturing her or mocking how she's gripping or standing or whatever.
Yeah.
So they'll get more out of it that way.
Totally. I mean, and we've talked about that before, where it's better to have somebody who's not in a relationship with the other person to teach. I think they get more out of it. Like if my girlfriend wanted to, take a class or anything, I would totally send her here instead of trying to teach her myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way more beneficial.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can go get ice cream or whatever after, and then it's a fun date.
Yeah. So I think that would be a great gift, is the gift of education from a reputable instructor like Ricky.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You smiled and you looked me square in the eye.
That's right, because Ricky's reputable.
That's right.
You exposed your jugular to him.
Yep, sure did.
You got to listen to you need to listen to the previous comment or the podcast to really get that.
Yeah, listen to the last episode to learn where that came from. But yeah, so the education, I mean, you walk into a gun shop and there's a lot more things than meets the eye, I would say. But there are a lot of accessories and things you can get as well for somebody. I thought about like a case, like a carrying case or something.
If you think about like a Pelican case, if you're trying to spend a little bit of money, those Pelican cases are really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody got me a Pelican case for my handgun, I'd be pretty happy with that.
What's the other one that we have with the Plano? The Plano cases now.
Yeah, those are actually getting
There's
really
some pretty nice Plano cases that come close to a Pelican. I've got actually both. My Pelican, I love my Pelican case. I'm not gonna try and not say that I don't like it, and it was worth every penny. I've had it for a long time, and it's still going strong. But those Plano cases saves a little bit on the budget. But I think they're a fantastic product.
Oh, yeah. And that's a good point. You don't have to go full bore all the way to Pelican case. You could get somebody a Plano case, or even just, but you want something that is sturdy and something that's going to withstand some abuse. Especially maybe if they travel a lot or they want to fly somewhere with a firearm. We've covered that. Did you use a Pelican case or a Plano case when
to fly?
Yeah, because it has to be pretty sturdy. And there was
not
a lock on
not
it.
that it matters with firearms, but it does have that pressure release valve. So if you get at certain altitudes, it'll just release the pressure automatically.
Right, and I think Plano cases have those now too, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're the ones that it's a one-way valve. They're the ones that started it.
Plano was or Pelican?
Or sorry, yeah, Pelican. My bad. Plano might have something like that. It starts with a P. Come on now.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. No,
They're both black.
But or even like a carrying case, or a range bag or something where you can have your firearm, ammo, ear and eye protection, all that kind of stuff. And that may be a little bit personal preference, but if it's somebody new to shooting, having a way to carry all your stuff conveniently is going to make it a whole lot easier to go to the range, in my opinion, at least. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, so range bags are pretty awesome now too. They come with different compartments usually.
Yeah, and they make them in different styles. There's like backpacks, there's bags, there's messenger bags, there's and they range in price. One of the really cool ones I think we have is we carry it in the shop as those GPS handgunner bag, and it's a backpack, and the bottom compartment opens up, and you can put like 3 or 4 or 5 handguns in there.
And those are awesome.
They are awesome. They're a little more expensive. They're a little on the pricey side, but we
it's
also
a way to keep things really nice, organized.
I think you get what you you pay for with.
100%.
I've never seen any of those bags come back.
Yeah, no, I think you really do get what you pay for there, and it holds everything. I mean, holds your targets, holds your magazines, holds your ear and eye pro, and I think
spent casings. There's a little cup for spent casings.
Really,
I think so.
That's pretty cool.
I swear I remember seeing something like that. They're pretty cool.
And the point I was going to make was that the more organized you are and the easier it is to grab and go to the range, I think the more often you're going to go, rather than having to dig out your ear pro and eye pro and put all that stuff together. And the more organized you are, the better, the easier it's going to be just to go practice.
Yeah, don't be like me. I have to dive to the bottom of a lake to go get my stuff to go shooting.
Yeah, you've got your scuba gear that you have to put on and do all that. So another thing I thought of, which I didn't say initially, but not just paper targets. You could actually buy somebody steel targets if they have a range out in their backyard, or maybe some property that they go shoot at, or they go out to BLM land or anything like that. A steel target would make a fantastic gift, because that's really the gift that keeps on giving all year, Steve.
Now, if you do that, you got to make sure that you're getting something that can handle, whether they're shooting rifles, rimfire. There's different grades of steel, and you can not only damage the target, but you could also cause injury to the shooter if you're not careful.
Yeah, that's something you might want to be.
Yeah, so be mindful. Ask some questions if that's what you're thinking about. Maybe your husband's talked about him wanting some kind of reactive target. Do a little bit more investigating, find out if he wants it for an AR. Because if you get it for something that can handle rifle calibers, then he can still shoot it with a rimfire, 22.
Yeah, or even a handgun, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to go bigger and beefier with a steel target than the other way around. And maybe we'll do an episode on steel shooting, especially because here at Independence we just got our steel targets for rimfire competitions, right?
Steve hasn't seen those. Yeah, we started running rimfire steel challenge competitions, and it's awesome. I've
seen the videos.
Oh, well, it was a pretty bad video. Oh, you saw the ones that David posted, huh? On Instagram.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he took some pretty good ones. We actually had the world champion, Rimfire Steel Challenge champion, who's won the last 4 years in a row.
Really?
Here, and he loved it. And so we have, and actually one of our really good customers, he won back in 2013 the world.
Was that Ron?
Ron, yeah, and it's amazing.
He's awesome.
We watched Ron go up against, the guy's name is Colby. He's a young kid, or a young guy, I should say. And
he's from Boise, right?
Yeah.
Is Colby from Boise?
Yeah. Watching them shoot against each other, it was like, what the heck is happening, man? That steel was down so fast.
Oh, I believe it.
Was amazing. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Shooting steel is awesome.
It's a whole different ball game than shooting just paper. And you can get different steel setups too. It doesn't just have to be a gong. I mean, you can get what do they call them? A Texas Star that moves around and rotates.
The Death Star, Texas Star,
Polish plate racks.
Yeah, all kinds of
dueling
different stuff.
trees.
And I mean, you can spend some money. That's for sure. So
the dueling trees are really fun to watch people shoot at those, because it's very, you're interactive. You're way more interactive with the other shooter if you're shooting against somebody. And watching that dueling tree, if you get some people that are pretty equally matched, watching that dueling tree go back and forth is really, really fun.
Yeah, but I
got a friend of mine his name's Farley Collins down in Utah, and he builds a lot of stuff for USPSA, and he's pretty legit. Some of the stuff he's built, it's pretty amazing. Talk about the Texas Star. He's got some stuff that's like a multi-level Texas Star that's rotating in 2 different directions. And,
Really?
oh, he's a terrible human being.
Because he builds things that make you give him your money.
It's pretty amazing some of the stuff that he can make.
Nice. Yeah, so steel targets are definitely a thing. You just might want to do your research with that a little bit. Another thing you couldn't really go wrong with is magazines, extra magazines. You can never have too many magazines, I would think. So as long as you know the make and model of the gun that they either carry or that they,
or the generation. Like, we talk about Glocks, the Gen 5s may or may not, the magazines aren't completely compatible. So make sure that you know what you're buying for.
Yeah, but I don't think
the base plates, it's the base plates that's different. The shaft of the magazine's fine. It's the base plate that may or may not work in that firearm.
But on the whole, I don't think he would turn down a magazine as a couple of magazines as a gift.
Heck no.
Magazines are expensive too, yeah. So if I got some in as a gift, I'd be pretty
my wallet
happy.
I've got a lot of AR mags, but I'll still say no. Oh no, I still wouldn't say no to more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my Walther mags are like $30-$40 a pop, I think, on average. So it's not cheap. It's one of those things that you really don't want to spend the money on, but it'd make a great gift. You just have to know what kind of gun it is, and like you said, the generation, and because I think the PPS or the PPQ M1 and M2, those mags are not compatible.
Yeah, they're not compatible. So, or you look at the XD frames, you might buy an XDM magazine. It only works with an XDM. It will not work with an XD.
Right.
So, you got to do some homework there too.
Yeah, but it would be pretty fun especially if you have a Glock, to get a 30-round mag, or something like that.
Or maybe the 50-round drum.
Yeah.
Hint.
Hint. Great gift idea. So I don't think anybody would want to. Even Steve wouldn't turn down magazines.
So let me throw
magazines my way? Okay.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
A little more, pose this question. Would you guys like a soap in the shape of a gun?
Why not? I think it'd be funny.
I went on to Etsy and I saw a bunch of Glock soaps.
Really?
Yeah.
Be kind of fun. Throw somebody off in your guest bathroom when they go to wash their hands.
It'd be hilarious.
And they do look actually pretty realistic.
Yeah, and that's another
Glock
thing.
What happens if I have my real Glock and my soap Glock in the shower at the same time and somebody breaks in? Do I do a wield or do I just grab the wrong gun?
You throw the soap Glock at them first to distract them,
and hopefully it gets in their eyes,
and that'll give you enough time to escape and evade.
It was soap poisoning. Another soap Christmas movie
poisoning. Yeah, Ralphie. And that's another thing. You don't have to necessarily get them something that's gun or for a gun or having to do with firearms. It can be something firearms related. Like Ricky said, he went on Etsy and he's got it up in front of him now, but there's a ton of t-shirts and clocks,
and there's some like, I think it's Magpul. That makes those Hawaiian shirts, the gun themed Hawaiian shirts.
I don't think it's Magpul, but it's somebody else. Those are fantastic.
Are freaking awesome.
Yeah, I can't remember who does that, but I almost bought a couple because why not?
I'm gonna Google it right now because then if somebody wants to know what they're gonna get me for Christmas.
So you can get. There's different kinds of clothes. You can. OAF Nation is what it is.
Oh yeah.
They make, we'll link to it here, but they make
they
Hawaiian
are so
shirts
cool.
With that is pretty cool. That's cool.
Yeah, Hawaiian shirts with M4s on them, Uzis, Mark 17s, all kinds of stuff.
I need one of these in my life.
Yeah, they're fantastic. So, but you could also get them, a Glock T-shirt or hat, or
they're all out of stock. Come on, OAF. What the heck?
I wonder why. Because they're popular.
I'm going to have to get on Amazon and see if I can find one.
Another cool thing I thought would be a fun gift is those safes that you can hang on the wall that look just like a picture. But
the concealed wall or whatever, hidden wall.
Oh, yeah, tactical wall stuff. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. A tactical, they make... they make everything. They make mirrors, they make shelves, they make coffee tables, they make... lamps, and even I think Kleenex holders. that
Nice.
have all hidden compartments, and you don't even have to necessarily use a gun. I mean, you could put valuables or something in there.
If it's a Kleenex holder, I want to be able to actually reach in there and cycle the firearm if I have to.
From the Kleenex box?
Maybe that's not real safe, but...
I've actually wanted tactical walls kind of set up in my house for a long time. I can't justify the cost of it.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
They're pricey, and I can't justify the security of it. But
I know a guy.
You know a guy?
Yeah.
You might have to introduce me to that guy, because that would be great.
You've been introduced.
Oh, I see.
He's a member of the podcast.
No way.
I've done some pretty cool stuff with like bookshelf entries into vaults and.
Oh yeah, Murphy Doors. I follow a company on Instagram called Murphy Doors, and they specialize in like hidden doors, bookshelf style doors. But yeah, Steve Zimmerman, the master woodworker.
Master something, right?
I'm sure you've done. Yeah, you could probably whip up some cool things.
Yeah,
some pretty cool stuff. And that's the other thing is, quick sidebar, with a tactical wall like that, like I would love to have a tactical wall as like a mirror or a painting or something like that. But my thing is I would want like an electromagnetic lock on it. So because they have like a magnetic lock, like you just put you have like a little magnetic key and that actuates the lock and it unlocks it. But if I could have like an RFID powered electromagnetic lock for something like that, I think that would be fantastic.
So are you ordering something right now, or you just?
No, I'm just daydreaming about.
It'd be cool. Yeah, obviously that kind of stuff adds a $1 bill or two to it, but that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, and actually, now that I think about it, I think Tactical Walls does make one with an RFID chip, but I'm a big fan of technology and gadgets and stuff like that. So. Anyway, they even make a clock. I forgot about the clock that you can hide something in. The Glock clock. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, Ricky brings up that good point, as it doesn't necessarily be anything related to shooting. It could just be like merchandise, like a shirt or a hat.
There's a shirt that I just found called The Anatomy of a Pew. And it's I'm a nerd for this stuff. Like you show like guns blown up, like, guns in a diagram form. Schematics, yeah. And you have the schematics of a cartridge, and it's the anatomy of a pew.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Actually, so we carry at the shop, we have a lot of cool shirts here that you can pick up.
We should have the Hawaiian shirts, though. That would be really cool.
Yeah, somebody needs to talk to OAF
would go faster
and get those in the shop here. And you can have
something. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say we could have a luau party in the shop, and everybody gets to wear a Hawaiian shirt. I'm
down.
Another thing I thought would be a great gift would be the Mantis X training tool, which again we also carry here.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you can help somebody to get better with training and dry firing, making it easier on anybody to do that, I think would be cool. If I got a Mantis X training tool to put on the end of my pistol to practice at home, hell yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Be dry firing thousands of rounds every day.
Yep, it would be really fun. Cool. And you link that with laser ammo. That's the brand. And then you have you link it with the Cool Fire barrel, which gives you that feel of the CO2, the recoil of the firearm, and then you also get the laser ammo targets. So you're shooting a real laser at the targets, and you're getting that feedback. That would be pretty fun, because you could essentially, you're getting pretty realistic as far as,
That's as close as you can get to the real thing.
Yeah, setting up a range at your house, inside your house.
The only thing I get frustrated about that is it doesn't have the amount of recoil.
Yeah.
I would love to simulate everything about it, but
I think it's
tough.
A little bit more than, maybe a little less than a 380. Maybe even a lot more.
And that just uses regular CO2 cartridges, doesn't it?
No, the Cool Fire barrel. So Cool Fire is a brand as well. but it's charged with an air tank, with a CO2 tank.
Oh, okay.
Or it's actually, I think it's not even CO2. I think it's just compressed air.
Just compressed air.
So,
That's cool.
Yeah. So you can fill it with like a scuba tank sort of thing.
It's pretty cool.
And you don't have to disassemble the gun to do it. You just put it in the end of the barrel, and it's a muzzle side, and then you fill up the tank, fill up the tank.
That's
in
interesting. I've never seen it. I know we ordered some for somebody, but I've never really looked at it.
Well, we haven't yet. That's still something that Levi needs to do.
Oh, I thought I thought he got it taken care of.
No, not yet.
Well, there's a lot of things, obviously, with training.
And that we just threw under the bus because I'm pretty sure they're listening.
Oh, great. Yeah, they're only a wall, like the wall next door. No big deal. So
yeah, if it's okay. Sorry about that. We still need to get on him to order your stuff.
It's not Ricky's fault.
Merry Christmas.
Let's see. So yeah, Manus X training tool, or any of the training stuff that Ricky just talked about, the cool barrel and all that. Anything you can help train at home would be great. You can gift an actual gun to somebody.
Yep.
Believe it or not. There is a right way to do it, and there's a legal way to do it, and then there's the illegal way to do it. But definitely possible if you wanted to go that route. But
yeah, so no straw purchases.
Right.
And we talked about purchasing guns before.
Yeah.
I think probably one of the best ways to do it is just give them a gift card for whatever, $500 or something. Let them fill out the paperwork and everything else, and then they can use the gift card however they want.
Yep. Or I think you can bring them to the gun shop, let them look around, because the thing is, with a firearm, it's so personal. What feels good in your hand, what just fits you and your purposes. So take them to the gun shop, and they fill out the paperwork and go through the background check, and then you can pay for it too. You don't even need to get a gift card. You can do it that way, right? So you can be the one swiping the credit card, I believe.
That still may be able to be construed as a straw purchase, though.
So just be safe and get a gift card.
Yeah, it's a fine line. You talk to your retailer, and figure out exactly.
Go into the shop, or come in and ask us, and we can point you in the right direction. Obviously, there are people way smarter than us on the floor right now who can help with the details. But Steve, you spoiled it. That is the best gift you can get anybody firearms related.
You're the one that brought it up.
Oh.
I know. But I figured he would spoil it one way or another.
I disagree, because so I'm on a couple websites looking at gifts, right?
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Nope, there's a different one here. This one's Pew Pew Tactical. These cufflinks, they have some cufflinks made out of casings.
Oh yeah, that's fancy.
I like to dress up, not play dress up, but I like to dress up and look fancy, and I like cufflinks. All my dress shirts are cufflink.
Wow, French cut, huh?
Oh, I love them.
You're fancy.
And these cufflinks are pretty awesome.
Yeah, they do make those.
And here's a gun tie. It's got a Glock on it. Oh no, that's a Beretta maybe. That's pretty cool too. Ricky's over there playing with stuff.
Yeah, Ricky's got a toy.
Hey, I have my gift. My next gift I was going to talk about, because my dad and one year got me a pen, a little pen that's like a bullet, and it's like a little lever action.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
looks like a really nice pen. That it's a lever operated pen.
Yeah, it's
bolt
Mission.
It's a bolt.
It's a bolt pen.
A Mission City Pens is the one that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a 30-06 Inkwell.
Yep. That's right.
Lever action. But no, I think
still playing with it.
No, I think a gift card is probably, well, maybe if it's not the best, it's the most versatile thing. Because think about it, if you come into Independence and let's say you buy a $200 gift card, that's
Ricky, what are you doing over there?
Am I giving you weird sound effects?
Yeah, you can't hear that.
I was trying to rap.
Thank you. No, he's scratching something off his jacket. Anyway, No, it's the most versatile. Because let's say you have a $200 gift card to Independence Indoor Shooting. That can get you, roughly 10 range visits, give or take. That can get you ammo and some range visits. It can get you a class.
Some classes,
It can get you some fine Black Rifle coffee that we sell here. You can get an Independence T-shirt. You can get, a holster for whatever your gun is for the most part. I mean, that you can just whatever then they would need. They can use the gift card on that, and it's a little bit more versatile, I would think.
The only thing people will say is gift cards aren't as personal.
That's right. That is true.
Well, and I remember when people started giving me gift cards, and I was like, thank goodness. Especially if it was a gift card to Walmart, to tell you the truth.
Ricky
you could buy groceries.
Yeah, we could buy food. And when my wife and I mean, we're still really poor, but when we were even more poor than what we are now, that was a lifesaver. So gift cards are really wonderful. They may be a little impersonal, but it lets you make your present.
Yeah, that's true.
And still the person was thinking about you.
That's the thought that counts, right?
No matter how much they didn't really like you, they still got you something.
Well, and that leads me to my next point, which is I think there's a couple of don'ts that you don't want to buy somebody, even if you have the best of intentions, especially if you haven't done your research. For example, don't buy somebody a holster. Oh, yeah. Especially if you're not a gun person and you don't know how they carry, or God forbid somebody buys you a Serpa holster for your Glock 19.
Serpa's not bad.
I don't mind Serpa holsters.
Really?
But nylon, like a nasty nylon one.
I just lost a lot of respect from some people. It's not the holster; it's the training.
Sure,
they're all right. Holsters.
You can train for them, but you're never going to see one on me.
Do I use other holsters? Yes, I do use other holsters, but it's a training issue. It's not a holster issue.
What are you talking about? You just lost respect for people. What happened?
Well, because you say Serpa, and if you say, "Oh, I don't mind Serpa holsters," like the gun cool community is like, "Oh, well, you're an idiot."
Oh, okay.
Just like how Steve doesn't mind high points.
Hey, everybody needs a boat anchor.
He's got his high point in his Serpa holster. He's ready to rock and roll. Merry Christmas to you.
No, I don't have a Serpa for my high point. I use one of those, not vinyl.
Nylon holster? Nylon. Yeah, Ricky said that.
The woven nylon.
Yeah, don't buy anybody a holster. Let them buy their own holster.
It's a little too long for my high point, but it still works.
Well, there's got to be a little give there. That's all. No big deal.
Yeah.
So don't buy anybody a holster. Don't buy anybody grips for their gun either. Extremely personal choice, unless you know what kind of grips they want.
Unless it's mother of pearl.
Okay,
I made those good.
There's some handmade grips by me in the store.
Really?
Are they still here?
For 1911.
Are they still here?
Yeah, they're awesome too.
But I thought you sold those.
They're still there.
Wow. But see, you are a master craftsman. If I made some grips for somebody, they'd be like just two 2x4s nailed to a gun. So long story short, you only have a limited time to get your Steve Zimmerman exclusive 1911 grips.
Yeah, full size only. Sorry.
Yep. So hurry in.
See, so don't.
And they're not ambi safety either. They're just standard 1911.
I'm not buying them. Can't handle it.
But they're sexy.
Another thing I thought of not to buy somebody is an optic. Unless they specifically ask for one. But
optics are very personal.
Yeah. And
chances are you're not going to be able to spend enough money for what they need.
That's also true. Because if you're getting into
that may not be 100% true, but
well, $500 for something that you don't necessarily know that they're going to use, that's kind of a and especially so if somebody wants an EOTech, okay, cool. Well, which EOTech? There's, how many different models of an EOTech, and they might want I guarantee you they want a specific one, not just any old EOTech will do or any old aim point or whatever. They want a specific one. And if you get it wrong, then just kind of made a really expensive mistake.
But if you buy me an aim point, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah, that's true.
Micro, by the way, aim point micro.
Oh, see, there we go. Or I'd take an EOTech or even a Holosun. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah,
I have a question.
I already got an EOTech.
Would you like a toilet paper dispenser in the shape of a revolver?
Yes.
Okay.
That would go perfectly in your bathroom, wouldn't it?
I'm easy to shop for.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I guess if somebody is into the hobby of shooting, there's a lot of like, decorative items or things like that you can get. I think that any of us would enjoy.
And I like kind of
you can get really cheesy really fast, so
That's
to me, I like that stuff. Like, here's an ugly gun sweater. Who wouldn't want one of those?
Yeah, you need to wear something to an ugly sweater party.
I love ugly sweaters.
I actually did see on Etsy that ugly gun sweater.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's pretty much anything you could think of in the world. I mean, you can find a gun version of it. So, but like we said, it doesn't have to be that expensive, or it can be that expensive. But I think the best thing to do is either go online, like Ricky said, and he just looked at Etsy and found a whole litany of things. But go into your local gun shop, whether that's Independence or somewhere else, and I think you'd be surprised if it's a reputable place. You'd be surprised what you can find and what you can come out with.
Like I said earlier, I'm a fan of the schematics. So there's some that are pictures of a gun, just the schematics of a gun, and I would love that.
Or what else would be great are those tech mats for cleaning.
Yep.
Get somebody a nice tech mat with an AR or a Glock on it, or maybe what gun they shoot or what they carry, and you can get a Glock or any kind of a tech mat that has the exploded view of their firearm on it. So it's educational for cleaning, and it's nice and decorative.
That's right. I found something that's really awesome, guys.
What's that?
We have to go to Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
There's this place called the Armory, and they have... Actually, it's not the Armory. What's the name of this place? Maybe it is the Armory. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different tanks to drive. A light armored Humvee, a 5-ton truck, a bunch of different automatics.
That makes Independence look like child's play. There's another thing that a gift card can get you: a machine gun experience here.
For $1,000, check this out. For $1,000, you can drive a tank over a car.
Mark tried to pull it back into Independence, and
nope.
And you're repping another company. What in the world?
That's because this place is freaking awesome.
For $1,000, what does it get you?
You can drive over a car with a tank.
That's pretty cool. I'd pay money for that. The Armory in Minnesota.
I don't know if it's called the Armory.
Shout out to you guys at Minnesota doing it right.
Drive a tank. Maybe it's called Drive a Tank. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, a Sherman. Man, that's so cool.
There you go. There's the experience of it. So if you live in a free state, you could give the gift of shooting an automatic weapon or a rental gun or something like that.
I have an acquaintance that's working on getting a tank.
An acquaintance?
A fully functional tank.
Really? The gun and everything works?
It has to be demilled.
Oh, I see.
The gun has to be demilled, but the gun still exists. He just can't fire it.
I got you. So you can have it. And Ricky's found it. Driveatank.com.
That is stupid awesome, is it not?
Makes me love living in America.
That is pretty cool. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll link to all the stuff we've talked about here on the podcast to help you give better gifts this year for the gun lover in your life, or just good stuff to buy yourself, because I'd probably buy all this stuff too for myself anyway. So.
Oh, I love America.
Yeah, buddy. So on that note, I think we'll end it. Send us your gift ideas, Facebook.com/rangeminded podcast, or send us an email, podcast@iishooting.com. Maybe we missed a gift idea that you have, or
tell us what you think your favorite gifts are. We go to our Facebook page, and you can put all that information on what you think is the best Christmas gift on there, and we can have a friendly conversation with the rest of us.
Yeah, or send us the worst gift that you've gotten that's firearms related that is not great, that maybe sits in the back of your closet collecting dust, or you sold to somebody else.
Regifted,
yeah. Here you go. Here's Here's my high point, and with my nylon holster.
But I gave that to you last year.
Well, I'm giving it back to you. But thank you for listening. I hope you have a happy holidays. I know it'll be a couple weeks out by the time we release this, but there's still plenty of shopping days left. And
oh yeah,
time to.
I know. I spent all day in town today.
Oh yeah, getting all your gifts
by force, or was that forced upon you, or did you want to be there?
I wanted to be there.
Are you blinking in Morse code? Yeah, no, I was spent all day on Amazon, not fighting the crowds.
I like that.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it. So, yeah, well, thanks for listening, and we will talk to you next time.
Word.
All right,
see
bye-bye.
you guys.
Thanks for listening to Range Minded. Find us online at Range Minded Podcast on Facebook, or send us an email at podcast@iishooting.com. We're always happy to get feedback, episode suggestions, whatever you want to send us, really. And be sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and pretty much wherever else you get your podcasts from. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.